cooperatives and mutuals are great in principle, they do well in practice, and I think they have a fantastic future in Australia. The history of this country in particular is replete with great examples of the role of cooperatives and mutuals. It's one of the natural things which has brought a lot of Australians together. In some ways you can see member-owned companies where workers have more of a stake in the enterprise as a bit of a bridge over the traditional divide between labour and capital. So a lot of what you're about appeals to me because you are enterprises with purpose. Every enterprise has to have a purpose, which is just beyond the bottom line. You have to get up every day and say, I'm doing this because this is how I help the people I work with and the community I am part of.
Mutualism, as an idea and in practice, lies in between, but distinct of governments and markets. The idea of mutualism is important to communities and should also inform our policymakers. Co-ops and mutuals, as member-owned enterprises, exist and often compete in the same market as investor-owned enterprises. Yet cooperatives are a voluntary association of people, democratically run for their members and in pursuit of a common social, cultural or economic goal. Cooperatives are a flexible structure with the potential not only to create economic value but also to foster communities. Mutualism is a big and important idea. I thank you for putting it to practice every day.
Cooperatives is something that I have a passionate desire to see grow in our nation. Cooperatives, it is the natural inclination of how things work in the country, that you can have multiple players, but you only need one item of capital. Sometimes when I say cooperatives, I think people mishear me and think I've said the word communism. It's not. It's the case of we are there for a commercial return, to get a better return, to make sure that people around us get a better return. I've seen cooperatives where they've been privatised and the promise has been made to the farmers, don't worry, it'll just be like it was before. It'll just be a corporate entity owned somewhere else. And it's not long before they realise that that's not the case. So I have a strong belief in the role of cooperatives, and we keep building them. This is a vibrant business structure. It has immense relevance in Australia today. It gives the greatest power to the weakest players, and that's one of the things we like about it.